And you can bring your block or blocks over there with you, or your ball. And let's roll down. And we're going to bring our knees to our chest and just take a few breaths as you rock side to side. Feel that relaxing your low back and go in the other direction. And then let's put our feet down and slowly bring the arms wherever they're comfortable, maybe over your head, maybe goalpost. Just breathe, feel the difference. And let's feel the 3-part breath into the belly and the ribs and the upper chest. And one more breath. And then we're going to bring the right knee toward the chest and then the left. And let's do a few of these and feel the low back lengthening. And let's do one more to each leg. And then let's bring our knees over to the right in an easy spinal twist and gently turn the head to the left and take a few slow breaths. And then we're going to roll the legs over to the other side. Same thing, take a few breaths. And let's come back to the center. And we'll bring our arms down and roll the shoulders down. Feel the lengthening of the whole spine. And start to do some pelvic tilts, bringing the navel to the spine, and then release. So we're trying to get our breath to come into every part as we stretch and open. We're kind of like the Tin Man, you know? All these parts have to get more energy to open up so we're not as stiff. And then let's start to roll the hips up. And slowly roll the hips down so it's even into each foot and each hip. And we're breathing. Let's reach the arms up with the hips and slowly bring them down as our hips lower down, and do a few more of these. And as we roll down, we're going to lengthen the arms toward the legs and lift the chest up, and then lower the chest down as the arms come up over the head and lift the hips up. So try a few of these, lengthening, we're adding on. So we're getting the whole spine to open. And let's do one more. And then we're lowering the hips down, hands behind our head. And let's bring our right knee to the left elbow and switch. And let's do one more to each leg. And then we're going to lift both legs up and lower down regular crunches. And squeeze the legs together. One more like this. And the next time we're going to bring the knees up and straighten the legs. Bend, tap the feet down. And as you do this, you can point and flex the feet to wake them up. And let's do two more. And then we're going into bicycles. Elbow to knee, straighten the leg out. And then last one. And let's put the feet down, put the head down, roll the hips up, and walk the shoulder blades together. And take 3 slow breaths. And then slide the block underneath you. And we're going to keep going. So we'll put our hips down, reach the legs up, and let's point and flex our feet. And we're going to make circles with our feet. And circle in the opposite direction, kind of wake up the feet a little bit more, and let's wiggle the toes here. So with the legs up like this, just see if you can wiggle individually. Almost impossible. But we're trying, and that's a good thing. All right, now we're going to open and close the legs, out and in. And press the hips down. And one more. Then let's point the toes, crisscross the legs. So different muscles. As we do this, we're going to start walking the legs down so they're halfway straight out. And then bring them back up. And do that again. And one more time, down and up. And then just relax the legs. We're going to slowly bring the feet back down to the mat. And then take the legs 90 degrees and open the knees out and in. So we're trying to bring more circulation to our legs and the hips. Keep flexing the feet. And then one more. And let's tap the toes down 1 foot at a time. And then flex the feet, tap the heels. And we're going to take this into bicycles. So as you do this, start big backwards bicycles, and we're walking the legs up and then bringing them back down. Same thing we just did. Do that again. Bringing them up, backwards bicycles, and slowly bringing the legs down. And then go in the opposite direction. Let's go forward with the bicycles. We're doing the same thing, bringing the legs up and down. One more time. And then we're going to put our feet down on the mat. Take a deep breath. Just notice any kind of circulation in the feet, the hips, and the legs. Now let's cross the right foot over the left thigh, and we're going to take the knee, the right knee, toward the left just a little bit as you press the foot into the left thigh. So we're going to do 3 more. And really resist the movement. And now let's bring that leg up and stretch and breathe. And 2 more breaths. And then let's put the foot back down and uncross. We're going to try the same thing as the left foot comes to the right thigh. Press the ankle into the thigh, bring the knee toward the midline, out to the side 5 times. And 1 more. Now let's lift the legs up and stretch and breathe. And last deep breath. And let's lower the foot down and uncross. And just feel for a second. We're going to walk the feet together and squeeze the legs together, and then walk the feet apart, kind of the heel and then the toes, and try that again. We're just working on the feet a little bit. So heels out and then toes out, heel and toe, and then bring them back in. Now that you've got this, let's try it one more time. And then we're squeezing the legs together. Feet are pressing down. We're going to lift up and lower down 5 times with the hips. And the last time, let's lift the hips up. We're going to take the block away and lower the hips down, and we're going to bring our knees to our chest again. See if they can come in a little bit more, and then come into happy baby. Hold your feet, your calf muscles, whatever you can. Press the hips down and rock side to side. And then we're going to take our feet together and into butterfly pose and press the sacrum down and take 3 breaths. And let's put our feet back down on the mat. So now we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee And take the legs, the knees over to the left and come into a deeper stretch. Use your block if you need to. And then one more deep breath. And let's release and uncross. And we're going to try the other side. Left knee over the right. Roll the legs over to the right. And breathe. Just find where it's comfortable for you. And last deep breath. And then uncross, and let's roll ourselves up. And we're going to sit in a straddle pose. So let's widen our legs. And we're going to point the feet and then flex the feet. Just try that a couple of times, waking up the legs. Really good. And then flex the feet, twist to the right. Breathing. And then twist to the left. And then let's come to the center. We're going to put our hands down by our hips and look up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then forward fold, reaching forward and breathing. Lengthening the chest. And just notice if you could do a few cat-cows like this. Especially if you can't get on your knees, this is a good way to do it. Even in a chair, this is always a good thing to do. Let's take one more breath. And then we're coming back up. We're going to take our right hand down, reach the left arm over. And let's try a few of these. Go to the other side. Each time we're going to do this, we'll wake up the arm and the shoulder and just keep going. Breathing into the side. And then last time. And let's forward fold, hinging forward again. And let's walk our arms over to the right leg, keeping our left hip down, and take a few breaths here to lengthen. And then let's walk over to the left leg. Same thing, keeping the right hip down and lengthen and breathe. And we're going to come to the center and roll up. And let's sit cross-legged, crisscross applesauce. If you want to sit on your block, you can. Otherwise, we're going to twist to the right, roll the shoulders down. And then twist to the left, roll the shoulders down. Let's come to the center, right hand down, left arm over, and just lengthen here. Take a few breaths. Roll the chest open if you can. And then let's go to the other side. Left down, right one over. Roll the chest open, lengthen the arm. And we're going to come to the center and let's reach the arms out. Flip the palms up, bend the arms and straighten.
And try that a few times, really slowly, so you feel like you've got something you're pressing. We're keeping our shoulders down. And one more time. Now let's take the elbows down by our sides. And a lot of times we have the strap here. We've got our hands in front. Feel like you're pressing a ball or something together in the front, but you're not moving your hands. It's imaginary. Rolling the shoulders down, and it's automatically activating the shoulders. Now we're going to open the hands out, the lower arms out and in, pretending like you're squeezing and lengthening, like you've got that strap here. Sitting up nice and tall, and let's do 3 more. Really good. Release the arms, forward fold again. And we're going to come back up. Let's try our big backwards arms here and do the backwards back stroke. And you can bend the arms, kind of see where your shoulders are today. Sometimes they are a little wonky. And so we're leading with the whole inside of the arm as you do this. Looking over your shoulder, so we're twisting. Start to lengthen the arms if you can, a little bit more still in the back stroke. And let your arms move. And let's start going forward, bending the arm, reaching forward. So we're going to use the back muscles along with the shoulder and the arm. And then one more. Reaching forward with the arms, we're going to clasp our hands, press the palms away from us, and start to reach the arms up. And look up, and then bring them forward again. And when you get down there, release the hands and take a couple more breaths. Let the energy move through your spine. And we're going to come back up and twist to the right. Take another breath and reach the right arm up as we lean toward the left leg. And let's come back up, lengthening. We're going to twist to the left. We're going to take another slow breath here. Reach the left arm up and lengthen toward the right leg. Breathing. And then let's come on up and we'll bring the hand down and back to the center. Let's roll the shoulders up, back and down, and just notice and feel. We're going to put our palms facing up on our lap. Turn the head to the right, tracking the eyes. Turn the head slowly, slowly to the left. And back to the center. We're trying it again. So over to the right we go with the head. At the end of the movement, chin toward the shoulder. Take a breath, and then bringing the head back up. We're going over to the left. At the end of the movement, chin toward the shoulder. And then back to the center. Let's take our right ear toward the right shoulder. Just breathe. And then on the other side, left ear toward the left shoulder. Notice how much this is related to the shoulder, the neck, and then we're coming back to the center. We're going to take our hands behind us. See if you can clasp your forearms or your elbows. Sitting up tall, rolling the shoulders down. Now we're going to turn the head once again to the right and take a breath. And then over to the left. Really good. Back to the center. Just bring the chin toward the chest. And then slowly looking up with the head. Open and close the jaw. And then release the head back to the center and release the arms. And let's take 3 breaths, palms facing up. Just notice the circulation. And then we're going to release that. And let's come on down to a sphinx pose. So we're going to come on our belly. And now we're really pressing the forearms down. And as we do, just try a couple of times. Press them down and then just release. Chin toward the chest. Try that again. Really press down. Breathing. And then chin toward the chest. Notice how these muscles work. Last time, just press them down. We're looking straight ahead. 3 breaths. So our back muscles are supporting our spine. Now let's come all the way down on our belly, arms over our head. And with that awareness of the breath in the spine, breathe in the whole spine. Now we're going to bend the right leg and just flex the foot. Let's lift and lower the leg 5 times. And then switch legs, bending the left and lift and lower 5 times. Notice that these muscles are really helping the low back. Now we're going to bring that leg down, hands underneath the shoulders, super slowly with 5 cobras. And just 1 more. And then we're going to press back to a child's pose and sit back on our heels. And keep stretching the arms and fingers forward. Let's come on up to our downward dog. And feel free to use your blocks if you like using them, or for a little extra support. So first of all, we're going to press one heel down and the other, and watch the mechanics of your foot.
So straight down as you lift the other one up, just practice this a couple of times. And then we're going to walk to the top of our mat. And we're going to be in our forward fold for 3 breaths. And our feet are hip width apart. Now we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time and reach the arms out and up. And let's bring our arms in a goalpost position. So the shoulders are rolling down. We're going to twist just the upper body to the right and then to the left. So hips stay still. We're coming back to the center, bringing the elbows to our thighs, so bending in that little squat. And lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders down. Now let's bring our hands down, step our right leg back to a lunge. Our left leg is 90 degrees. Now let's step the left leg back, downward dog. And this is the part where you might need the blocks. So we're going to lift our right leg up and step it forward to a lunge. And our left leg steps forward. And let's roll up again, 1 vertebrae at a time, arms all the way up. Hands to our heart. We're twisting the upper body to the left and then to the right. Back to the center, elbows again to the legs, to the thighs. And then a forward fold. We're going to step our left leg back to our lunge and take a couple of breaths. And let's step our right leg back, downward dog. And then left leg lifts up, and let's step the leg forward and the right. And we're going to roll up again, 1 vertebrae at a time. We're waking everything up, reaching up, hands to our heart, and breathe. So we're going to try our warrior 3. So let's use our blocks. You don't have to, obviously, but sometimes it's just nice to have the support. So if you've got your blocks, walk your legs back so you're in a table pose. You can stretch the spine, even the hamstrings, lifting the hips a little higher, and then lift the right leg up. And we're going to bend and straighten that right leg 5 times, kicking the rear. And do this slowly. Now we're going to step the right leg forward for pyramid pose. So the foot is pressing down and we're hinging forward, evening the hips out. Take another couple of breaths. Really good. Now let's step our right leg back to our warrior 3. Take a deep breath. Put the right foot down and we're going to switch. Left leg lifts up. We're going to bend and straighten the left leg 5 times. And then 1 more. Let's step our left leg forward for pyramid. Press the foot down, evening it out, forward fold. Really good stretch for the legs. And a couple more breaths. If it's too much, bend the front leg a little bit. Okay, we're going to lift that left leg up behind us, back to warrior 3. And then put the foot down, so we're back in our table pose. 3 breaths. Really good. So we're going to walk up to the top of our mat, and let's move the blocks away so we don't fall on them. And we're going to come all the way up and hands to our heart. Just notice how tall you're feeling right now. So roll the shoulders down. We're going to lift the right knee up and do our can-can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And step the right leg back for pyramid. We were already in this pose, but it's a little different now. We're going to come on up with the chest looking up, back bend. And then forward fold, hands stay at our heart for balance. And 2 more breaths. And pressing the feet down, we're coming back up. And take a breath. And let's step forward with the right foot. Take a breath. And we're going to try our can-can with the other leg. Left knee lifts up. And can-can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And step our left leg back for our pyramid. So hips are even. We're coming in our back bend. And then let's try our forward fold, hinging from the hips. And a couple more slow breaths. And let's press the feet down as we come up, back to the center. Take a breath. Step the left leg forward, really good. Let's inhale the arms up. Forward fold, diving down. Let's step back, down dog. 3 breaths. Let's come in a regular old plank. 3 more breaths. And then bring the knees down, chest and chin. We're coming all the way down. Really good. We're going to bend the legs now. See if you can hold the feet. Maybe yes, maybe no, but just flex them. And breathe. So we're stretching out the quads. If you can, we're going to lift up. 3 breaths. And then release the legs. And we're going to press back to our child's pose. Sit on our heels. Let's sit up on our heels. So a little bit more of a stretch. We're going to twist to the right. And then over to the left. And the center. So let's see if we can press the fingers down or the palms, your choice, or use your blocks. We're going to see if we can keep the knees down, lift the hips up. A little bit bigger stretch for our quads. And release. We're going to lengthen the arms forward, back to child's pose. And then downward dog. And take your time with these movements. Really fill yourself with your breath. Now we're going to try our warrior 2. Lift the right leg up. Step the right leg forward. And if you want to use your block, put it on the inside of the right foot.
And let's lengthen and breathe. And we're going to reverse, left arm down, right arm up. Let's take our forearm down to the thigh, reach the left arm over, and lengthen. If you want to join me, fingers down to the block or the inside of the foot. Keep the arm where it is so it's a bigger stretch. And then let's come back up to reverse, left arm down, right arm up. And then warrior two. We're going to straighten out the right leg and maybe make the pose a little shorter here. So one of the legs comes in for triangle and fingers down to the block, left arm up. Now, if you've got a block, you're bringing it up with you, da-da-da, reaching up over the head, looking up, little back bend, and let's try our warrior two on the other side. So we're going to turn our left leg out, put the block down, and let's come into warrior two, deepening into the hips. And then reverse, right arm down, left arm up. Let's bring our forearm down to the left thigh, right arm over, and reach and breathe. Roll the chest open. And if you want to join me, left hand down to the block or inside of the left foot. Keep the right arm where it is. And one more breath. And let's come back to our reverse pose. Right arm down, left arm up. And then warrior two. And now we're straightening our left leg for triangle. So we're going to reach to the left. If you want to make the pose shorter, you can. And bring the right arm up. So the neck here can be a problem. We've talked about this, but just look straight ahead or down if your neck is bothering you. You could even bring the right arm down behind your back. Just see what's comfortable for you today, and then let's come all the way back up. And we're going to come into our back bend, so reach the arms up over the head. And then forward fold, hands between our legs. And let's go side to side in transverse lunges. You can move the block out of the way. Come a little deeper on each side. We're going to walk ourselves over to a right side lunge. So that right leg is 90 degrees. And let's walk ourselves over to a left side lunge. And let's come back to the center, forward fold, hands on our feet, and let your head hang. Let's come all the way up now, reaching the arms up. And we're going to come into goddess, turning the feet out, bringing the arms open and closed. And then 3 more breaths. Let's inhale up and come back to down dog. And take another 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to come into child's pose again and take 3 more breaths. So as we sit up, we're going to roll over to the right hip, twist to the right, and find a comfortable stretch for you and breathe. And let's go to the other side, rolling over to the left hip, walking the arms over and breathing. And then we're going to come back to the center and let's stretch our legs straight out and feel you could sit up tall, rolling the shoulders down, Dandasana. Now we're going to bend the right leg in and put it on the inside of the left leg, Janu Shirsasana, and twist to the right. And we're going to hinge forward and breathe comfortably. And 2 more breaths. And slowly come back up. Let's straighten our right leg and just take a breath. And we're going to bend the left one in and do the same thing. Twist to the left. And we're extending through the right heel. Now let's forward fold, hinging from the hips and breathing. And 2 more breaths. And then we're coming back up, straightening the legs out. And we're going to try our forward fold here. So our legs are active. We're going to press the legs down as we forward fold and release the head. Breathe into your back. Each exhale, releasing the spine. And 2 more breaths. And we're going to come on up. So now we've done all of these things. We really want to open our chest for our breathing. So we're going to use our blocks or a big pillow or whatever you have. One comes underneath the mid-back like we always do, and the other one is for our head, to support the head so it can relax. And it can be on any setting of the block or a big pillow, just so your throat feels comfortable. And arms are out, and we're going to release the whole body and breathe. So now that our body is open, or more open, we can allow this change, this transformation in our body to feel this openness in our chest, our heart area, softening the inhales and slowing down the exhales. Feeling the weight of the head pressing into your block.
so the jaw can relax. Allow the slow breath to come in and to go out. Softening the fingers, the hands, the shoulders. Feeling the flow of energy in your body. The back lengthening, the hips pressing down, and the legs and the feet. Find this stillness inside of you. And with our arms opening wide, feel this beautiful embracement. We're feeling this light from across the universe coming into our whole body for greater health and harmony. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And we're wishing ourselves good health to every cell and molecule. Peace to our homes and families and communities. And to our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's slowly start to reach the arms over our head and take a deep breath and stretch. And roll to the side. And we're going to press ourselves up to a seated position, and let's bring our hands to our heart, sealing in our practice today together. We're going to take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for coming. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thanks, Marianne. We
Thank you. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.